When people talk about the early years of new romantic and synthpop, the focus is usually on the hit singles. But in the very early 1980s, the sound was still forming, and many important tracks were never written for the charts. This is a personal selection of 15 non-hit tracks from that moment. Album tracks and non-hit singles that, for me, help explain how British electronic music and new romantic ideas took shape before everything became more defined. Let's start in 1980. Gary Newman released the album Telecon, and Remind Me to Smile sits quietly among its deeper cuts, reflecting a more controlled and inward direction in his work.
I need new reasons. This is detention, it's not fun at all. Remind me to smile, you know. Your friends lying against, so I feel like I'm in this glass cage.
Around the same time, John Foxx released Metamatic, and No One Driving became one of the defining electronic statements of the period without ever needing to be a hit.
Seems like you were lit inside. I feel like fog beside the shine. Finger fades away. Someone takes my place. Meshing with the pictures on the pages. There's no one driving.
OMD released their debut album, simply titled Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. A track like Red Frame White Light captures a band still exploring how far synthesizers could take them before the rules had settled.
Red frame, white light. You have a grey bird on a metal shelf. Red frame, white light. Numbered calls, selected places.
Ultravox released Vienna, and Passing Strangers sits between atmosphere and movement, pointing clearly towards the band's new electronic direction.
We're so young, we were too vain to dance in the dark, sing in the rain. Time on our hands, hope in our hearts. We were taught passing strangers.
The band Visage released their self-titled debut album during this period, and Visa Age belongs firmly to the early new romantic moment, before the style became fully defined.
Leave the trash of your life behind. It's time to move. Shake those ties that bind. Letting go.
By 1981, things were already beginning to change. Depeche Mode released their debut album Speak and Spell, and Any Second Now appeared as an instrumental piece that underlined how central synthesizers already were to the band's identity.
Vivid pictures like a wall that's standing empty and the night so still. Such a small affair, a relapse, someone closing like the night think I watch you move away and seem so sure.
Duran Duran released their self-titled debut album, and Nightboat reflects an early and more restrained side of the band, far removed from what followed later in the decade.
Am I alone or is the river alive? 'Cause it echoes me, echoes me, echoes me. I'm waiting, waiting for the night boat. I'm waiting, waiting for the night
Heaven 17 released Penthouse and Pavement, and We Don't Need This Fascist Groove Thang emerged as a bold early statement that never became a hit.
Democrats are out of power across that blue wide ocean. Reagan's president-elect, fascist God in motion. Generals tell him what to do. Stop your good time dancing. Train their guns on me and you. Fascist thing advancing. Sisters, brothers, lend a hand. Increase our
Japan released Tin Drum, and Canton showed how far the band had moved towards a more electronic and stylized sound, shaped strongly by Asian influences rather than traditional Western pop structures. Simple Minds released Suns and Fascination, and Sweat in Bullet comes from a period before the band's sound widened into something more familiar.
Great place and say goodbye. You take a walk, take another ride. Walk, true, oh true. Rolling in Townsville, ambition in motion. Rolling in Townsville, she's sweating bullets.
Soft Cell released Non-Stop Erotic Cabaret, and Youth sits away from the singles, revealing a quieter and more reflective side of the album.
Youth has gone, I heard you say. It doesn't matter anyway. Don't hide the photos or turn off the lights. I'm quite sure we both seen funnier sights. You'd sleep in a deep...
Spandau Ballet released Journeys to Glory, and Reformation belongs to the early new romantic scene, before wider success and polish arrived. Tears for Fears released the single Suffer the Children, capturing the band before their sound reached a much larger audience.
What is it worth when it don't turn out the way it should? And all this time it's been getting you down. You wanna pick you up when there's no one around that comforts you. Oh, just talking, 'cause he knows in his life he won't be home soon, 'cause he's an only child and only room.
The Human League released Dare, and while the album is remembered for its singles, Seconds reflects the group's electronic foundations and earlier experimental instincts.
All day,
Classics Nouveau released the single Guilty. The title track captures the more serious and restrained side of the band, before image and presentation began to take on a larger role. By the end of 1981, the direction of new romantic and synthpop music was becoming clearer. The sound was more confident, more commercial, and more defined. These tracks sit just before that shift. They are not the songs most people talk about, but they help explain how this music took shape during a very short and important moment.